Match Week 14 lands in the Great White North as Toronto FC 2 hosts Inter Miami CF2 from York Lions Stadium in Toronto, Ontario. Welcome in. I'm Josh Toll. Second meeting of the season between these two clubs. Toronto gained the win 1-0 on the road in Florida back in April. Both teams come to this game struggling. Miami just one win in their last 5 games. Meanwhile, for Toronto, just one win in their last 6 games. Both teams coming off draws. For Inter Miami, it was a 3-3 draw against Chattanooga. And for Toronto, it was a draw on the road, 1-1 against FC Cincinnati. Starting the lineups will begin with Gianni Cimini. He'll have his team in a 4-3-3, 5 changes from the draw against FC Cincinnati. Only 2 goal scorers in this lineup, and Patrick McDonald, who has 1 goal on the season, as well as Marko Stojadinovic, who has the 1 goal to go with 1 assist. They need to find more goals from their attacking unit with 48 and Nugent up front. See, Malik Henry can be dangerous running at opponents as well as whipping in balls in that front line. Adisa Di Rosario gets the start once again between the sticks. 4 clean sheets on the season for Di Rosario. Inter Miami's Christian Ledesma will have his club in a 4-4-2. Just 2 changes from the draw against Chattanooga. We have Yuval Cohen in as well as Santiago Ledesma. But look at Ido Zeltzer Zubida in the midfield. A brace in that draw against Chattanooga. He leads the club with 4 goals, also has 3 assists. That back line will look to remain strong tonight. They have had trouble giving up goals. They've allowed 29 goals on the season, which is second worst in MLS NEXT Pro, but they have a potent attack, having scored 22 goals, which is tied for 7th best in MLS NEXT Pro. Our referee tonight will be Naveen Razada. Toronto in the all-red kits with the white numbers and white lettering. Meanwhile, Inter Miami, they will be in the all-blacks with the pink numbers and pink lettering. Inter Miami on the season, 4 wins. They do have 3 wins away from home on the year. Meanwhile, for Toronto at home, they have 2 wins at home this season. Inter Miami with 14 points on the season. Both these two teams, they've gone the distance in numerous games. Neither one has picked up that extra point in kicks. They want to take the 3 points here in regulation. Second and final meeting of the season between these two teams, and it's been all Toronto historically between these two clubs. Toronto 3 wins and 1 draw in the 4 previous meetings. They have never lost to Inter Miami. Inter Miami hoping to go on the road and change that here this evening. Toronto FC will begin with the ball. Patrick McDonald to get us going here at York Lions Stadium. And we are underway. Thrilled that you can join us as Fisher will play this forward, but to no one in particular for Toronto, but they're going to win the ball back right away. And Mark Fisher gains possession. Mark Fisher wearing the captain's armband tonight, getting his 3rd start of the season. He'll drop this back to Reed Fisher, drafted 23rd overall out of San Diego State, a solid center back for Gianni Cimini. Gianni Cimini hoping his team can get things going. You go back to that game against FC Cincinnati. You had a late goal by Ayari in the 75th minute, but they want to get out in this first 15 minutes, see if they can get that early goal, force Inter Miami to play from behind. Olguin in the circle. Olguin with his 61st appearance for Toronto FC here tonight. Fisher tees it up. He'll let it fly, headed back. Henry unable to get to as it's played out by Inter Miami. Both these two teams, they love to play with possession. Inter Miami coming 5th in the league in passes completed on the season. Not far behind them in 8th is Toronto. This ball played out to Zeltzer Zubida. 2nd season with Inter Miami. Chance here for Pinter. Pinter just on the edge of the area to Zeltzer Zubida. Tyler Hall playing with patience right now as Inter Miami not seeing anything they like on the right side, trying to work the ball to the left side of the field. Patience trying to find the angles that they can work with to try to penetrate the defense of Toronto. Instead, they'll go direct. Nice ball to Zeltzer Zabita. Good first touch with a chip, and Adisa Di Rosario able to stop it. Mishandled it on the first try, but able to cover it up before anyone could get to it for Inter Miami. Good ball going direct right there. Zeltzer Zabita with a solid first touch, but couldn't get it to the back post. Zeltzer Zabita on the season, 4 goals, 3 assists. He leads Inter Miami in goals scored this season. Here's Stojadinovic. Looping ball, looking for Malik Henry. Fry will just play it to the goalkeeper, Matias Marin. Marin getting his 6th start of the season. Has allowed 11 goals on the year, has made 16 saves. Good turn by Olguin to elude 2 defenders. It's a little too hot there for Malik Henry to get to. Ball played into the middle of the park. Zeltzer Zabita will reset. Both teams not afraid to use the back line to work out of trouble. Hall. Frina plays it in the midfield. Stojadinovic right there for Toronto. Win the ball back. Olguin pops it back. Fisher making his 11th start of the season. Has started in all 11 games that he has played in. Last meeting between these two, he was handed a red card. Fortier slows it up for the moment. Fortier, youngster on this team, one of 2 16-year-olds making the start tonight. Fortier looking for Josh Nugent. Nugent, though, loses his balance. Talking with Gianni Cimini over the course of this season, really talks about the purpose that they want to bring in training every day and how that spills over into game situations. Hoping with a solid week of training that they can get back to winning ways. Talked earlier in the season about developing that identity. We know that identity. They want to possess the balls. This ball's played direct. But they also are a team that can get aggressive going over the top like we saw earlier. For Inter Miami to concentrate on those short, quick passes and see if they can also take advantage of Toronto on the counterattack. Olguin plays it into the center of the pitch. Fortier goes out wide. Fisher pushing up. And a corner here coming for the home side. Set pieces, always such an important component in games. Toronto will have the first opportunity of the evening. Biggs coming up. Stack formation at the top of the area. Inward swinging ball being placed down. Players battling for position. Rosado will go talk to the 2 players, one of them being the captain, Mark Fisher of Toronto. The service, near post, punched away. That one swung in on goal. Maureen, though, up to the task. Makes a save, punches it out with the right hand. Fortier. Here's Olguin. All pumped up, but right there to play back was Farina. Farina making his 14th start of the season. He's played every minute this season so far for Inter Miami. Mentioned the struggles in terms of Inter Miami's had in allowing goals, have allowed 29 on the season, second most in league. 8 of those, though, coming by penalty. There's one thing they want to clean up, making unnecessary fouls in the 18-yard box. Stojadinovic. Olguin working his way. Sumaya surveys, goes back to Farina. Here's Tyler Hull, former MLS Next All-Star. Pressure here, near giveaway. Maureen, though, able to send it across midfield. Olguin, nice diagonal ball out. Looking for Micah Chisholm. Chisholm holding the ball up. Olguin. Olguin looking to go inside, wanted to find Patrick McDonald. This ball sent away by the Herons. Back goes Mark Fisher, the captain. To Reed Fisher. No pressure right now for Fisher. Now Inter Miami putting some pressure on. Good job there by Inter Miami. Putting on a high press late, forcing Toronto to think a little bit quicker than they wanted to. Farina. Fisher to Olguin. 48 trying to play the ball outside, gets it on the return off the direction. Olguin gets by one defender. Chance here for McDonald. McDonald looping ball. Henry brings it back in, chipped in by Chisholm for the opening goal in the 11th minute. Micah Chisholm with his first goal of the season. Great ball movement here, Patrick McDonald. How about this pass to Malik Henry and just slots it open for an easy tap in for Micah Chisholm. Micah Chisholm just was waiting for that ball to touch his left foot and just taps it in with ease. And Toronto have the early lead at home. Chisholm, his first goal in a Toronto FC kit. Mentioned at the start how only 2 players in this starting 11 had goals coming into tonight's game. We'll make it 3 now with Chisholm getting on the scoreboard. Toronto there doing a great job finding the passing angles as they got by the back line of Inter Miami, and now the Herons looking to respond. Inter Miami, they have struggled on the season. when trailing. They've yet to win a game when allowing the other team to score the opening goal. Hoping to change that tonight. Toronto, a team now with just 13 goals on the season, which is a little misleading. This Toronto side, they lead the league in big chances with 34 created, but they also lead the league in big chances missed with 24. Really about them, it's been about lack of execution in the attacking third. But doing a good job here in this opening 12 minutes of play and changing that. Montenegro will play it back to the halfway line. Verina. Over to Hall. Zeldzir Zubida lofts it in and scooped up by Adisa Di Rosario. Adisa Di Rosario making his 11th start of the season, does have 29 saves on the year, has allowed 13 goals on the season, but he's a solid goalkeeper, has 4 clean sheets on the season, tied for first in the league. Chisholm, the goal scorer, dragging the ball down the touchline, pushed over from behind. And Toronto not going to get the call. Nice diagonal ball here for the Herons, an opportunity. Good job getting back there by Reed Fisher defensively. CY is drafted 23rd overall out of San Diego State. Good recovery here. Great ball by Sumaya up ahead. Finds Abadiarita. Great touch with the chest. And he's trying to cut the ball in, trying to connect with Yuval Cohen. Sent away by Toronto. Sumaya surveys. Penter. Hall back to Penter. Penter turns aside. Nugent able to flick the ball on, and then Zeldzir Zubida called for the foul as he just runs right into the backside of Timothy 48. Doing a good job, positioning himself right there in front of Zeldzir Zubida, protecting the ball, forcing Zeldzir Zubida to go through his backside. This portion of the match is brought to you by BMO, proud sponsor and fan of Toronto FC 2. Good pace in this game for two teams that like to possess the ball. Seen Inter Miami a couple chances, have good opportunities on direct balls. Here's another one. Nice pass once again by Daniel Sumaya. This ball cut in, but cut out on the play by Mark Fisher. That's the second time that Sumaya has gone to that far side of the field, connecting with Cesar Abadiarita. It's something that Toronto now is going to have to look out for. Corner now coming for Inter Miami. It'll be Alejandro Flores taking it. He'll play it short. Ledesma scoops it in, knotted down. Offside flag was up. effort right there by Nugent, getting to the ball first before Hall. Hall, though, ultimately winning it back. Steve Rosario just playing that ball in space, letting Nugent get to it. Reina to Ledesma. Sumaya, last two chances he's had, he's gone diagonal to the far side of the field. Reina now going diagonal to the near side. Zelzir Zubida goes inside. Montenegro. Zelzir Zubida. He'll go to Hall. Once again, Inter Miami working with patience, going side to side. Doing a good job there defensively, getting over the wing to take away any passes to the inside. Another lofted ball for Zelzir Zubida. This ball simply played out by Micah Chisholm. Scoop ball. Farina. Flores to the near post and off the side webbing. Miami's not afraid to strike from distance. Always got to be ready where they are on the field. They'll take their chances inside the box as well as outside. Foul's going to be called here against Inter Miami. It's going to go against Maya. Mark Fisher with it in possession to Reed Fisher. Nugent to the right foot. Chisholm goes inside looking for a give and go, doesn't get on the return. Here's Stojadinovic. McDonald, Stojadinovic under pressure, nearly lost to Olguin, comes up, and a foul is going to be called against Stojadinovic. Zelzir Zubida. How about that chip ball out to Penter? Penter plays it across the field. Stojadinovic in the perfect position to get back defensively. Not enough can be said about Marcus Stojadinovic and Lucas Olguin, that defensive pairing in the midfield for Toronto, and what they do in terms of stopping possession of the other team from moving forward. Always tend to get back in a good position to create opportunities to get a takeaway, just like right there. And now Inter Miami having more success with the long ball, getting into the attacking third. Issues on the ground when they get into the attacking third. Negro drops it back. Nugent trying to play the ball himself. How about that? Nugent with a chance. Wanted the near post. Unable to get it by. Might have been better off going to the far post. A little too clever here, but how about that pass right into the area, just playing to himself, and then one of the near posts, which was well covered up by Marine. A great effort nonetheless by the 18-year-old. Flores making a run in the channel. Over to defend is Reed Fisher. Fisher to the ball first. Fisher under some pressure, trying to usher the ball out of play, unable to do so. Sumaya for Hall. This ball chipped in, but taken away by Stojadinovic. Nugent. A chance here possibly for Toronto to go on the break, but losing possession is McDonald, gets it back. This portion of the match is brought to you by LG, proud sponsor and fan of Toronto FC 2. Another diagonal ball. Clearly in the game plan here tonight for Inter Miami. Back though in the perfect position was Mark Fisher, just to simply head that back to his keeper in Di Rosario. Reina outside. Papadia slowing down. Malik Henry to defend. Reina switching sides. Zelzier Zubida unable to control the first touch. McDonald. Loop ball out by Stojadinovic. Chisholm the goal scorer. Chisholm getting the goal in the 11th minute if you're just joining us. Assisted by Malik Henry. Season for Inter Miami, 4 wins, 7 losses, 2 draws. For Toronto, 4 wins, 5 losses, 3 draws. Neither team have picked up an extra point when it's gone to penalty kicks. McDonald. Chisholm trying to avoid the pressure. Trying to play it down the line. Smart move right there by Pinter, just couldn't keep it in play. Pinter on his backside. Zelzier Zubida in front of him. Flores. All won back by Mark Fisher. How about that dummy ball? Henry with some space to work with. Henry to the top of McDonald and swept away by Zelzier Zubida. Maintaining possession though is Toronto, and now they give it away. Ball over the top. And Reed Fisher just trying to play this to the touchline and simply will play it out. Good pressure right there by Yuval Cohen. One shot on goal in the game for Inter Miami that was saved by Disa Di Rosario. Inter Miami, though, they've had the ball in the attacking third, but have had issues penetrating that 18-yard box. Giveaway here by Inter Miami, so wasted chance. Fisher leaves this behind. Di Rosario will take this kick. Farina. Ledesma out wide. Abadiarita into the center. Poor giveaway right there by Inter Miami. Woody just overran the ball. Stolen away by Henry. A chance here. And diving on top if it was Marine. Marine doesn't get to that ball, or if he possibly spills it, Malik Henry is right in the perfect position for another opportunity for a goal. How about this effort right here by Marine? Malik Henry winning the ball back, taking off the feet of Farina, and Marine just full out, diving on top of the ball. Love the effort. This ball played out, and it'll be a throw here for Toronto FC. Zelzir Zubida. Fisher's going to be calling for a foul. Tumbling to the ground was Yuval Cohen. Opportunity now here on a free kick for Inter Miami. See what they elect to do here. They've had very little opportunity to get the ball into the 18-yard box. Zelzir Zubida setting up with the right foot. Alejandro Flores near him with the left. Flores, though, backing away. Ball played in. Off the half volley. Fisher unable to clear it. Chipped up. Opportunity here for Cohen. And stopped by Disa Di Rosario. He just sat on the ball like an egg. Yuval Cohen with an opportunity here. Ball floating around. Comes right into the path of Cohen. Cohen with the first touch brings it to his right foot. Nearly gets it by Di Rosario. Di Rosario doing a good job of playing that ball on the first save, just right in front of him, right to his feet, and able to just cover it up like it was an Easter egg. This portion of the match is brought to you by Chevrolet, proud sponsor and fan of Toronto FC 2. Great opportunity, though, by Yuval Cohen's second chance of the day for Inter Miami, and another save for Adis Di Rosario. Hall, Zalzir Zubida. Montenegro will go back to Farina. Farina with another deep ball here for Inter Miami. Abdi Arita cuts in. A chance here. Pinter drops it back. Flores. Hall. Zalzir Zubida to his left foot, plays it in, headed away. Pinter turns, drops it back. Montenegro passes it off. And a corner coming for Inter Miami. Alejandro Flores got a good look, but shot blocked aside. And now another corner chance here for the Herons. Ball whipped in. Stojadinovic there to send it away. Inter Miami now starting to settle in more as this game progresses. Abdi Arita will go backwards. Inter Miami going left to right. Zalzir Zubida whips it in. Headed away by Reed Fisher. Olguin to the ball first. Montenegro wins it though for Inter Miami. A chance here from distance, but right at Di Rosario. Great look there by Alejandro Flores. Don't mind that shot one bit by Alejandro Flores. Got a great look, had good pace behind it, but Di Rosario spills that maybe an opportunity for a Heron to get around the ball to try to chip it in. Own goal of the game coming in the 11th minute by Micah Chisholm. Just a simple tap in off the pass from Malik Henry. Fisher was looking for Malik Henry as that ball is intercepted by Farina. Olguin sidesteps one defender. Reed Fisher. Looking for Henry. Good job turning on the side right there by Abdi Arita. Miami, they possess the ball. Starting to become a little bit more creative here in the attacking third. You can possess the ball though all you want. It's what you do with it in that final third that makes the difference ultimately. Ball down the line. Zalzir Zubida plays it in. Sent away by Fisher. Fisher just way at the top of the area for that pass. About that effort by Olguin going down to win the ball. Just tapped it over. Stojadinovic Poor giveaway, though, there by Toronto. Hall up the middle. Penter. Hall. Zelzier goes inside. Montenegro. Ledesma will play it out. Abadiarita in the channel. Over to defend is Henry. Abadiarita to the end line. Cuts it in. Nothing happening there as Mark Fisher was in the perfect position once again. Abadiarita nearly winning the ball back for the Herons. Farina. Hall, numbers pushing forward now for Inter Miami. Zelzier Zubida, heavy touch. And heavy touch allowed Olguin to get over the ball. Toronto thought it was played off. Zelzier Zubida won't get the call. Zelzier Zubida plays it in. Penter with the step over, trying to bring it back to his left foot, loses possession. Good defense there by Chisholm, but given right back by Toronto. A couple turnovers by both sides, and then a foul called here against Inter Miami. I've yet to see a booking in this game. Chisholm able to get back up. Fisher under some pressure. Yuval Cohen applying the high press. See if Pincher and Cohen do the same thing here once again. This time Pincher dropping back. Olguin looking for McDonald. Hall trying to shepherd this out as he's pushed over from behind. Coaching halftime, we'll have highlights and stats from this. We'll also have April Marie Aguilar checking in from the Pacific Northwest for you at break. 4 games in total tonight going on here in MLS Next Pro. Columbus Crew right now hosting New York City FC 2. That one currently scoreless. Montenegro. Penter. To the top of the area, but no one there for Inter Miami. Nugent fouled on the play by Farina. Nugent had an opportunity, nearly could have had Toronto's second goal. Nice ball that he just played to himself in space. Tried to beat Marine on the near post side, unable to do so. Southpaw. It's off Zeldzir Zubida. Chisholm at midfield. Nugent. Olguin. Oh, how about this ball to Henry? An opportunity. Slots it across and tapped in by Stojadinovic. Malik Henry with his second assist of the game. Stojadinovic with his second goal of the year. Olguin with a beautiful ball to Malik Henry, and had two players, had Chisholm as well as Stojadinovic. Stojadinovic with another easy tap in for Toronto as they have the 2-0 lead here right before the break. Scoring coming alive. Toronto FC now with 14 goals on the season. I mentioned earlier how they lead the league in big chances created. Well, tonight they are capitalizing on their opportunities. Toronto FC coming into the game, scoring the 5th fewest goals in the league. They should probably be higher up on that list, but unable to convert their chances here early in the season. Tonight, all right, with 2 goals from 2 different players. Chisholm with the first goal in the 11th minute. Stojadinovic getting a second goal in the 43rd. Mentioned the struggles Inter Miami has had on the year when allowing that first goal. As this ball is played over here, a chance for Pinter. Pinter to his right, Pinter! Oh, how about that save by Di Rosario! Pinter trying to go far post, but Di Rosario with a great save. Pinter just with patience, wanting that far post. How about that right hand of Di Rosario making the save for Toronto FC? That would have been a huge one back for the Herons. They would have loved to gone into the break just trailing by 1 goal. They'll have 2 minutes of stoppage time here added on to the first half. Inter Miami, they've controlled the possession of this game. They've been a little bit more aggressive here as the first half has progressed in the attacking third. For a while, they were just going east to west and playing the ball back to midfield. Seen a lot of long balls as well for Inter Miami, but they have yet to really find a way to get past that back line of Toronto. Great opportunity, though, moments ago from Daniel Pinter. Ball whipped in. Chisholm could probably have a brace here this evening if Stojadinovic let the ball go by. Chisholm in his first season with Toronto FC has also played in the Bundesliga second league with Hanover. Made 6 appearances for Hanover before making his way stateside. Balls on the field, and we'll restart. Hall down the line. Nice ball from Hall to Pinter. Chisholm back to defend. Chisholm wins the ball. Inter Miami thought it was a foul, not going to get the whistle. Zeldzir Zubida trying to cut into his left foot. Good battle between him and Chisholm here tonight. And there is the whistle to end the first half. 2 goals for Toronto. First coming in 11th minute by Micah Chisholm. His first of the season. Second coming from Marko Stojadinovic in the 43rd. His second of the year. And we're going to have a yellow card handed out as well here right before the break. And it looks like it's going to be Farina being handed the yellow. We'll get that official yellow card for you after halftime. But our score here at the half, it will be Farina officially given the yellow card. So he'll go to the locker room with the yellow, but our score at the half is Toronto FC 2, Inter Miami 0. First half highlights and stats are coming up after the break.
Action.
Este verano, el centro del fútbol mundial está aquí. Los mejores del mundo. El deporte mundial en tu propio rincón. 4 grandes eventos. Un verano como ningún otro. Para aprender más, visite mlssoccer.com/.
Welcome back. Our score, Toronto 2, Inter Miami 0. We'll take a look at our busy upcoming schedule in a moment. But first, April Marie Aguilar checks in from the Pacific Northwest with this week's edition of The Report.
Third. Short corner, and it's in! Lifts the ball into the box. Joyner again! High angle to the back post, knocked on. Adimobola!
We're coming to you from the Evergreen stage, where the home team is in a closely contested race to make the playoffs after having made the Western Conference semifinals the last 2 years. Welcome to the latest edition of The Report. I'm April Marie Aguilar. When the Seattle Sounders FC2 rebranded in 2019, the name Tacoma Defiance was a top choice in a public poll. Named after Point Defiance Park, the crest features a stylized ship based on the USS Point Defiance and the tentacles of a giant Pacific octopus. Both the name and the logo make reference to Tacoma's identity, maritime roots, and sense of civic pride. And on the pitch, Tacoma Defiance has something to be proud of this season, with 2 of the leading goal scorers in MLS NEXT Pro. Ozaze de Rosario got his 2025 season off to a hot start, scoring in each of Tacoma's first 5 games and leading the league with 8 goals through April. And in May, as de Rosario began playing for Seattle Sounders FC, his teammate Yu Sukanome surpassed him, scoring 4 goals, including a brace against Ventura County FC, and moving up to second in the league with 9 goals through the end of the month.
はい、僕はあんまりそのサゼとゴールデンブーツを争っているっていう感覚はなくて、僕はチームが勝つためにサッカーをしているので、サゼのこともたくさん見ているし、僕とサゼの関係はすごくいい関係だとお互いは思っていると思いますし、はい、すごくやりやすい関係でいてます。
Could we be seeing the highest scoring pair of teammates in league history? As of the end of May, Sukanome and De Rosario have combined for 17 goals. They're on pace to surpass Remy Cabral and Yosuke Hanya, who combined for 32 for Colorado Rapids 2 in 2023. You can watch our full conversation with Yu Sukanome in the latest edition of Player Profile, coming soon to MLSNextPro.com and MLS Next Pro's YouTube channel. Speaking of goals, up next, we've got something that up until May, only 4 players in MLS Next Pro history had ever accomplished. On July 2nd, 2022, Raouf Salifu of Sporting KC2 scored all 4 goals in his team's win against North Texas SC, making him the first player in league history with 4 in one game. Just over a week later, John Dennis of NYC FC2 became the second player with the haul against New England Revolution 2. Then there was Jason Russell Rowe. He clinched the Golden Boot in 2022, scoring 4 in the season finale. Then in April 2024, Rold Mitchell had 4 for New York Red Bulls 2, all in the first half. And that brings us to this year, May 23rd, a memorable night for Mekhi Joyner. Joyner led the way for St. Louis City 2, scoring 3 of his 4 goals in the second half of a 6-3 win over Portland Timbers 2. Joyner has been the focal point of City 2's attack this season, and this haul gave him 8 goals through match week 11, tied with Osaze de Rosario for 3rd in the league at the time.
It was super special to me. This is my first time with this club to get 4 goals, so it was just really surreal and just awesome. An amazing feeling. I'm glad to be the first, and honestly, I couldn't thank my team enough as well because they push me every day, so props in as well.
Joyner became the first player in City history with a 4-goal game at any level. Along with the brace the week before, he's the second player in league history with 6 goals in a 2-game span. Papa Ndoye of Houston Dynamo those had back-to-back hat tricks in 2023. And by scoring the last 3 of his 4 goals in a 12-minute span, Joyner has the second fastest hat trick in league history. And Joyner made even more history in May. We mentioned the brace in match week 10. His first goal in that game turned out to be the 4,000th goal score in MLS NEXT Pro history on a penalty kick in the 22nd minute.
And they've done it in consecutive years for the first time in that 30 years as well. And here they come with Arston, and he crosses in. It's Russell Rowe ready to finish it.
MLS Next Pro Star to MLS Next Pro Star to MLS Next Pro Star, and with that, the game is over. Sensational from the Columbus crew. You knew it was going to happen at some point. 3 MLS Next Pro alumni factoring in on the same goal in Major League Soccer. As the Columbus crew defeat Charlotte FC, here are some of the best of some more former Next Pro players in MLS. May 10th, Philadelphia Union and Columbus crew. Frankie Westfield with the rocket into the back of the net. His first career MLS goal nearly taking the roof off of the net, with the match ending in a draw. Houston Dynamo and Seattle Sounders. Jack Micklin with a lovely delivery with that wand of a left foot. Headed in by Femi Awodesu. That's his first MLS goal as well, and it's the equalizer in a game the Dynamo would lose. FC Cincinnati and Austin FC. 76th minute. Evander plays the peach of a ball. Gerardo Valenzuela with the one-touch finish from close range, his second game-winning goal of the season, just minutes after he subbed into the game. New York Red Bulls and Charlotte FC. Carmona with the cross. Mohamed Sofu with the flick at the near post. Petitions. Red Bulls win at home. A number of MLS Next Pro alumni are all on the ballot for the 2025 Major League Soccer All-Star Game. You can cast your vote on MLSsoccer.com. Voting is open through June 11th. And we'd like to remind you that Goalie Wars will be back in 2025. Goalie Wars is part of MLS All-Star Skills Challenge presented by AT&T. Now here are the top goals for the month of May.
It's back to Ramirez. Back to his right foot. He's at the end line. Sweeping clearance. Booming shot. It's in the back of the net. How about that strike? From about 22 yards away. Standing on his left foot. Colin Welsh getting the start in goal today for St. Louis City 2. His 5th start of 2025 for the rookie out of Western Michigan. Hernandez has a hit from distance. Are you serious? Saw the keeper off his line. Welsh hovering around the top of the 18. The go-ahead has been given.
Timbers 2 do here. Here's the shot. Oh! He's done it again! Set piece specialist Alex Moreno. That is stunning. Joyner shoots. Whoa! Makai Joyner is out of his mind. Off this first ball, Joyner takes one touch, and with Burns off his line, that's just enough space for a spectacular shot.
Elsewhere in the league, Chattanooga FC stays on top of the weekly MLS Next Pro Power Rankings. They've held down the #1 spot since April 16th after the end of match week 5. The boys in blue are well on their way to the franchise's first MLS Next Pro Cup playoff appearance in its second season in the league. And congratulations to St. Louis City 2 for setting a new MLS Next Pro attendance record. Over 12,000 attendees on hand to see them defeat Houston Dynamo 2. City 2 breaks their own record, set last October. That does it for this edition of The Report. Make sure to tune in to each episode for the latest around MLS Next Pro.
The youngest MLS debutant, Kevin Sullivan. Luna. Yes! That is a banger! Absolute scorcher! Spectacular save from Dane St. Clair.
Este verano la Leagues Cup regresa más fuerte que nunca. Comenzamos con 36 clubes. En la primera fase, cada equipo jugará contra 3 equipos de la liga rival para determinar su posición en la fase de eliminación directa.
The 4 top-seeded clubs from each league will move on, ensuring interleague matchups all the way through the quarterfinals.
3 naciones, 2 ligas y un solo campeón. En Leagues Cup 2025,
it's dominance on the line.
Action.
.45 minutes down at York Lions Stadium in Toronto, Ontario. The home side, Toronto FC 2, up 2-0 over Inter Miami 2 as we take a look back at the first 45 minutes of play in this one. Game about possession here. Inter Miami trying to go deep. Delzier Zubita with a great touch, but unable to get it to the back post on a shot attempt. Di Rosario making his first save of the game. How about this movement here from Toronto? The ball chipped in to Henry. Just taps it in with Micah Chisholm. Perfect pass and an easy touch. Nugent playing this ball to himself. One of the near posts, unable to get it by Marine. Here, ball played in. Bounces around, popped up into the air. Opportunity here from Yuval Cohen. Cohen right at Di Rosario, able to make the save and cover the ball up to keep this game 1-0 in favor of Toronto. Here, the long distance bomb from Alejandro Flores, but once again, right at Di Rosario. How about this ball from Olguin to Malik Henry? Just taps it over, and the easy tap in once again. This time from Marcus Stojadinovic. A chance late for Pinter, but Pinter would be denied by Di Rosario. Full tilt save, getting the ball with his right hand. Our upcoming schedule in MLS Next Pro, plenty of action in total. We have 4 games tonight and right back at it on Saturday with 2 games. Carolina Core taking on Chicago Fire FC, Texas Derby, North Texas taking on Austin FC, a battle of the last 2 champions here in MLS Next Pro. And how about on Sunday, You have New York Red Bulls 2 taking on Chattanooga FC. New York Red Bulls, Ibrahim Sakai just named to the first team as an assistant coach. It'll be Michael Bradley taking over, getting his first head coaching job here for New York Red Bulls 2. Of course, the former member of Toronto FC 2. He'll get his opportunity here in MLS Next Pro to show what he can now do as a coach. Inter Miami 2, they did a good job controlling possession of the ball. Too many times, though, we're laying back. They need to find a way to be more creative in the final third to get opportunities. They've been able to get behind the back line on those deep balls. If they can get on one of those runs and get behind the shoulder, maybe they have an opportunity to get that first goal back. A great chance at the end of the first half by Daniel Pinter to get a goal for Inter Miami, but he was denied by Adisa Di Rosario. Do have one sub for Toronto. Andre Dimitro will come in and Timothy Fortier will come off. Fortier was very active in the first 15 minutes of play as he now heads to the bench and Dimitro comes on. For Dimitro, this will be his 7th appearance of the season, the 19-year-old out of Milton, Ontario. At the end of the half, also, as we were going to break, being handed a yellow card was Giovanni Farina. Didn't agree with something with the head official, Naveen Razada, handed a yellow card in stoppage as the whistle had already blown before the two teams had gone to break. And is the only booking so far in this game. Once again, Inter Miami looking to go direct. Played up by Reed Fisher, headed backwards. Inter Miami, on these long balls, they've gone both to the left flank as well as the right flank. They're picking on both sides. Inter Miami on the season, 22 goals scored, but they've now allowed 31 on the year. Their defending has been their biggest weakness, also taking careless fouls in the 18-yard box. Reed Fisher just hoping Di Rosario would get on that ball. You see Reed Fisher there and Di Rosario communicating about what they expected. Ball Cohen doing a good job once again applying the pressure, trying to get that ball first before Fisher could get it back to his keeper. Rosario with 4 clean sheets on the season, does have one against this Inter Miami side. Coming back in April in Florida. Toronto winning that game 1-0. Michael Sullivan with a goal. Not in the lineup tonight. This ball just simply blasted away. Stays in the field of play, though. Cohen doing a great job getting on the backside quickly, applying pressure on the center backs of Toronto FC. That might be what it takes just to get that turnover, do the high press. Ledesma. Diarito will give it back to Farina. Flores. 3 defenders on him. Flores, though, maintains possession, then gives it back to Toronto. Too heavy of a touch. Stojdinovic. Stojdinovic with his 2nd goal of the year, playing it to the captain, Mark Fisher. Fisher, though, loses possession. Just a poor touch. Pinter will leave this ball behind. Abdiarita plays it back in. Abdiarita, over 40 games played with this Inter Miami squad. Sumaya, he's been very accurate with his long balls this evening. Looks to play it on the ground. Flores nearly dispossessed of the ball. Farina back, he'll play it all the way back to Marin. Flores, Cohen, back to Flores. Give and go action here, Cohen to the end line. Mark Fisher though wins the ball back. Good job there by Fisher from preventing Cohen to go into the area, forcing him to go directly ahead. Fisher just doing a great job cutting off a shooting angle as well as a passing angle. Donald out wide. Chance here. Dimitri plays it in. Unable to connect with McDonald. Dimitri with his first touch. Had a nice little slip ball right there, but couldn't connect. Montenegro. Once again, Toronto just laying back. Farina. Nothing to work with on the near side for Inter Miami. Miami has shown plenty of patience in possession of the ball. How about this ball for Yuval Cohen? A chance with the right and stopped by Di Rosario. Di Rosario has now denied Cohen twice in the game. Fisher drops it back. Di Rosario will now allow his players to get downfield. Looking to go direct. Looking for Nugent. Out is Marin, and Marin will just simply play this out. And a throw now for Toronto. Couple players back defensively there for Inter Miami, but it was Nugent applying the pressure on the run forward, forcing the keeper, Matthias Marin, to come out to just simply play this out for a Toronto throw. Fisher backing up. Here's Reed Fisher now, back to Mark Fisher. Scoop ball over for Olguin. Inter Miami, their first team, will be competing in the FIFA Club World Cup. In total, 3 teams here for MLS competing in that. Seattle Sounders as well as LAFC. Inter Miami, though, will kick things off on Saturday evening, hosting Al Ali. Meanwhile, for the Sounders, they'll play Botafogo on Sunday, and Monday, LAFC taking on Chelsea. Nugent, little hesitation go, Hall on his hip. Olguin drops to the side, and Chisholm. Chisholm getting his first goal of the season, scoring in the 11th minute, assisted by Malik Henry. Second goal would come in the 43rd minute by Marko Stojadinovic, also assisted by Malik Henry. Malik Henry now with 4 assists on the season. Fisher wanted to find Malik Henry on that pass. Montenegro. Ledesma. Miami doing a good job playing the short passes and then trying to decide when they want to go deep with the long balls. Ledesma surveys. Farina. Miami's doing such a good job not forcing the ball into a bad part of the field. Ball whipped in. Support there, though, for Toronto FC. Fisher. Just the one sub so far in this game. Andre Dimitri in for Timothy 48 to begin the second half. Both these teams struggling here. Inter Miami, 1 win in their last 5 games. Meanwhile, Toronto, 1 win in their last 6 games. So even with the struggles for both sides, both near the 8th and final playoff spot. Of course, still plenty of season to go. Last year, Inter Miami finishing 3rd, making the playoffs. For Toronto, they have not made the playoffs since 2022. Montenegro. High arcing ball. Abdiarita deflected away. Andre Dimitri, the player, getting in front of that shot attempt. Here's a chance once again for Nugent. Samaya back to defend. Nugent to his right foot. Goes to Dimitri. Dimitri from long range. Wide. Great opportunity here for Dimitri, the sub. On the top right 90, unable to get it past the keeper. This portion of the match is brought to you by BMO, proud sponsor and fan of Toronto FC 2. Deep diagonal ball for Abdiarita. Abdiarita cuts it back to the spot. Pinter blocked away. Kapoor doing a good job getting his body in front of that shot. Dimitri somehow able to keep that ball in play. Let's see if this will be ruled a corner kick or a goal kick. Dimitri slow to get up, hit the surface hard. Good effort by Abdiarita. Getting forward, but once again you see Inter Miami with another ball over the top, stretching the field. They've had success in this game, a stretch in the back line of Toronto. A free kick here now for Toronto. And now here, a warning for time wasting for Di Rosario. Rosario waiting for his teammates to get downfield. Taking his time, now he gets to go ahead. Toronto maintaining this lead 2-0. Have yet to get a shot on goal here in the second half. couple of chances. Dimitri with the last one, those shots sent wide. Celsius Zubida just weaving through traffic. How about this? Just slumming his way up the field. Wanted Penner. Great effort right there by Zeltzer Zubida, but unable to reach his target in Penter. Also then trying to go out wide to the right side of the field. Nugent tripped up, and that'll be a whistle against Sumaya, and we're gonna have our second booking of the game. So Sumaya now into the books. Got Nugent with his right foot. Probably stayed up there and just gone shoulder to shoulder to try to knock Nugent off the ball. Mark Fisher now to take the free kick. Referee Naveen Rosada now getting into position. Fisher with the go-ahead. Switches sides. Kapoor. Penter. Nice ball out. Flores has Cohen inside. Plays it in! Nearly got the fingertips of Di Rosario. Great strike rate here by Alejandro Flores. On the back post. Unable to get it as that ball was slicing wide the entire time. Di Rosario will send the ball away. Dimitri. McDonald gives it back. Nugent. Nugent trying to slip it through to Chisholm. Chisholm trying to draw the foul, not going to get the whistle. Now we'll have a substitution for Toronto. Looks like we'll wait. So we'll hold off on the sub at the moment. Hall. Kapoor trying to chip it over the head, but unable to get it by Flores. Farina has space to roam. Once again, Inter Miami will reverse directions. Farina now pushing up a little bit further. Scoop ball ahead. Montenegro dropped it up. Montenegro gets it back. Montenegro. Abadiarita gives the ball up. Montenegro might have been better off taking that shot himself, trying to pass the ball off, maybe being a little too unselfish. Montenegro. Kapoor plays the ball to midfield. Farina. An offside flag is up this time. We're also going to have a yellow card handed out. And now we will have that sub and Richard Chukwu. So Chukwu will come in. And coming off the field will be Stefan Kapoor. Andre Dumitru officially handed the yellow card. Di Rosario for Mark Fisher. Fisher from a very athletic family. His brother Grant, two-time bronze medalist in last year's Paris Olympics. Sister played soccer at Michigan. His parents also runners as well in college. Look at all these different athletes on the field. Many of them coming from athletic backgrounds or have played different sports before choosing soccer as the one that they elected to go professional in. Dumitru gives it up, gets on return. This portion of the match is brought to you by Ritz, proud sponsor and fan of Toronto FC 2. Fisher ahead to Dumitru. Mentioned at halftime how New York Red Bulls will be hosting Chattanooga. Well, they will be out without Ibrahim Sakai, now promoted to the first team as an assistant, but former Toronto FC man Michael Bradley being named the new head coach for New York Red Bulls 2. Red Bulls 2 currently second in the Eastern Conference. But Michael Bradley, former U.S. Soccer Player of the Year, MLS Cup winner with Toronto FC back in 2017. U.S. Men's National Team captain. He was drafted at 16-year-old. Also had 3 Canadian Cup winners with Toronto FC in his 10-year career with Toronto's first team. Familiar face for Toronto, making their way back to MLS, in this case, MLS NEXT Pro. Malik Henry with 2 assists in the game. Gets it on return, good 1-2 play. And Henry, if this ball stays in, how about that? And now Malik Henry stretching the legs. Henry cuts it back, chipped on, oh! Looking like McDonald trying to go back to Henry. Might have been poked away by Inter Miami though. How about this play by Malik Henry? Somehow stays in, able to get the ball, and then passes it to McDonald. McDonald, I think he wanted to get that with his left foot, but Zeltzir Zubida plays out for a corner. 2 times we've seen a Toronto player play the ball of space and nearly able to take advantage of it on both times. In the first half, it was a shot by Josh Nugent. That time it was Malik Henry playing to himself, ultimately passing the ball off to Patrick McDonald. Inward swinging ball, headed up, but not out of danger. McDonald. Chance here maybe for Inter Miami on a corner or a counter. Zeltzir Zubida trying to get by 2 defenders. Zeltzir Zubida does have that ability. Weaved his way through traffic earlier in the second half. Seeing creativity on some different runs from both these teams. That's a beautiful thing about this sport, as structured as it can be. There's plenty of times where you see that individual moment of brilliance, of creativity, of free-flowing game that you just love to see in the opening field of play. Dumitru was looking for Nugent. McDonald. Chisholm, a relatively quiet second half. Lone 2 goals coming in the first half of play here in this game. First one from Michael Chisholm in the 11th minute. And then Marcus Stojadinovic would score in the 43rd minute. Both goals assisted by Malik Henry. A pair of subs so far here in the second half. For Toronto, Richard Chukwu in for Stefan Kapoor, Andre Dumitru in for Timothy Fortier. No subs as of yet for Inter Miami. Dumitru, he's been all over the ball since he's subbed on. Henry to Mark Fisher. Stojadinovic. McDonald with it left. McDonald off the crossbar! Plenty of power and pace from that shot by McDonald, but hits it off the woodwork. You have to love that effort right there by McDonald, not being afraid to tee that ball up. 59th overall pick out of Indiana, does have a goal on the season. How about this strike by Patrick McDonald? Good ball by Dumitru. And Patrick McDonald just turns and lets it rip with the left. He had Maureen beat. This portion of the match is brought to you by MasterCard, proud sponsor and fan of Toronto FC 2. Sumaya. Both these two teams, they will not play again until Wednesday, June 25th. For Toronto, they'll be on the road against Orlando City B. Meanwhile, for Inter Miami, they will be hosting Chicago Fire at 7 p.m. Eastern. Opportunity here. The shot well over. We'll have Preston Plombeck come on for Santiago Ledesma. So Ledesma's night is over as Plombeck will head on, and Diego Martinez will come on for Alejandro Flores. Hall. Toronto applying pressure. They've chosen their different times when they've applied the high press, and this time, oh, foul called against Dumitru. He doesn't agree with it, or he has a yellow card, has to be careful. Dimitru going up the spine. On a Nugent. Stojadinovic. Chance here. Pinter unable to get around the shoulder of Fisher. Even when Fisher lost possession, he was able to do enough to shield away Pinter to protect the ball. And he just couldn't get that first touch that he needed to control possession. Yellow card handed out to Plombeck, who just subbed on. And now Malik Henry will leave the game with 2 assists. Costa Iliadis will come on now. Solid game for Malik Henry. Malik Henry, a former second-round pick out of CF Montreal. Former Toronto Academy player before going off to college. And then ultimately being drafted in the second round. As we take a look back at the foul, clear foul there by Plombeck. If he doesn't put his right arm on the shoulder, probably not going to get called for the foul. One of those things too where Plombeck had numbers back, might have just been more frustration than anything else. Learning moment though nonetheless. Here is Iliadis getting his first touch. Iliadis knocked over, no call. Iliadis maybe embellishing that one a little bit. Inter Miami looking to get one back. They've been shut out 3 times this season. Meanwhile, Ferdisa Di Rosario looking for his 5th clean sheet of the season. That would lead MLS Next Pro if this scoreline were to hold. Montenegro. Here's Martinez. Farina slowing it up. Plombeck in the channel. Chisholm over to defend. Plombeck, though, unable. They're going to say last touch by Chisholm, so this will be a throw here for Inter Miami. Abadiarita. Toronto FC doing a great job settling into that low block. Farina, scoop ball over. Plombeck unable to get it. Chisholm there first. Chisholm fouled in the process as well. Meanwhile, Cohen guilty of the foul. Once again, Toronto FC's defense being strong. They've shown that over the course of the season. Tonight, seeing more productivity in the attacking third. Definitely a game that they can build on moving forward into the season. As Adis Di Rosario is going to get a yellow card for time wasting. He was warned earlier. This time he gets the card. Pinter. High hop. Cohen trying to settle underneath. Cohen did a good job settling underneath, but then he was looking for a whistle. I had a chance to go to the ball. Thought he was being fouled by Reed Fisher. Abdiarita knocked off the ball. And this ball sent away by Reed Fisher. Cohen. Down, not able to get the touch he wanted. Abdiarita. On the return from Martinez. Abdiarita unable to get by the second defender in Olguin. Olguin has numbers pushing up. Iliadis. To the back post, McDonald! Had a great chance, but nowhere on frame. Beautiful ball over here by Costa Iliadis. Iliadis just getting ready to tee up this back post ball. McDonald, though, gets that ball, it looked like it hit off near his knee. We'll have a pair of subs. Come on. Inter Miami's Diego Rey will come on. Joseph Quia will come on now for Toronto FC2.
Substitution for Toronto FC in the 82nd minute. Leaving the game is number 62, Josh Nugent. He was replaced by number 86, Joseph Melko Quia. Substitution for Inter Miami in the 82nd minute. Leaving the game is number 90, Yuval Cohen. He is replaced by number 52, Diego Rey.
Here is Diego Rey getting his first touch. Just subbed on for Yuval Cohen. Mark Fisher trying to maintain possession. Looked like that went over the line. It did. Throw here for Inter Miami. Controlling the possession in this game, also creating chances in the final third, but Adisa Di Rosario, he has been magnificent tonight between the sticks for Toronto FC. This ball played high into the sky by McDonald. No one ahead, though, for Toronto. Farina back to Maureen. Pressure here by Dumitru. He'll drop off. Farina, left-footed ball. Nice ball right there by Farina. Plombeck trying to get by two defenders, unable to do so. Good defending right there by Olguin as well as Richard Chukwu. Plombeck, this one drop back, hits off Fisher. That's Reed Fisher. Mark Fisher now sends it out. Martinez retreating. Martinez. Montenegro. This is going to be a foul against Marko Stojadinovic. Got the right shoulder of Montenegro, and this free kick's going to come in a very dangerous position for Toronto FC. An opportunity here for Inter Miami to get a goal on the scoreboard. Pinter and Plombeck over the ball. Discussion on what's going to happen here. Plombeck setting up with the left foot. Pinter with the right. Di Rosario settling in between the sticks. Plombeck with a strike! Plombeck would like that one back. Decent Di Rosario, 5 saves in the game. That time just watched the ball sail over his head. Iliadis attacking the end line. Iliadis trying to turn the corner, unable to get around. Farina not happy. He thought that was a goal kick. Iliadis doing a great job just going at the end line, forcing Inter Miami to come over and defend him so he can't get a crossover, also can't attack that near post. McDonald setting up with the left foot. Whipped in. Maureen got it with his right hand. Oh, went over his right hand, so this will be a goal kick. Toronto FC, they will improve to 18 points on the season. This will be their 5th win of the year. Meanwhile, for Inter Miami, they'll be handed their 8th loss of the season. With the win, Toronto also would jump up from 10th to 7th in the standings. Showing that they're a strong defensively team, and now if they can just be consistent with their scoring week in and week out, they could be a dangerous club moving forward into the rest of the year here in MLS Next Pro. Be consistent on both sides of the ball. That'll be key for them. Throughout the season, they've created opportunities in the attacking third, just have not been able to capitalize. Tonight, not the case. Another yellow card handed out. Chukwu handed the yellow card. Marine. Farina able to connect with him. How about that touch by Farina? Martinez.
Lower partnership in 89 from Major Toronto FC number 96, Richard Chuck Reed.
Farina at midfield. Blombeck nearly dispossessed of the ball, maintains possession. Patrick McDonald still fighting for possession. 4 minutes left, stoppage time added on.
4 minutes of time added to the second half.
Farina with a beautiful ball ahead. Blombeck turns aside. Played into the box, headed away by Toronto. Foul's gonna be called against Toronto. And some pushing and shoving now by Farina, trying to push Dimitri away. Farina wanting to play with urgency, Toronto trying to slow him up. Here's Zubita now to take the free kick. Delzir Zubita into the area. Long throw in. Montenegro. Farina unable to control the first touch. Goes back top of the arena. Farina. Hall out wide. Blombeck. Miami looking for one last dash here. Chance here on the turn. Offside flag is up. Good look on the chance there on the turn by Diego Rey, but just didn't have a quality touch. Rosario pushing his teammates up. He does have a yellow card, so he'll play this ball away quickly. Just plays it all the way down the field. Bahrain sends it right back. Stojadinovic just on the edge of the area. Back post ball, headed down. Martinez comes out flying. Ray gets by Chisholm. Ray tripped up. And Ray won't get the call, and this will be a goal kick for Toronto. So now a chance here for Adisa Di Rosario to just send the ball away. It'll be Toronto's 5th win of the season. They'll improve to 18 points, 5 wins, 5 losses, and 3 draws on the year. Meanwhile, for Inter Miami, 4 wins, now 8 losses, and 2 draws on the season as Di Rosario sends it away. And there is our final whistle as Toronto gets the win at home and gets their 5th clean sheet of the season. Micah Chisholm with the first goal in the 11th minute, assisted by Malik Henry. Then in the 43rd minute, it would be Marko Stojadinovic with the goal, his second. And our man of the match, though, is the goalkeeper, Adisa Di Rosario of Toronto. 5 saves in the night, and now he leads the league with 5 clean sheets. How about that stop right there? Back in the first half here, this shot from distance by Flores, well seen by Adisa Di Rosario. Things would not get easier here in the second. How about that save on the shot attempt from Inter Miami? They would keep going. Beautiful right-handed save, denying Daniel Pinter. Best one of the game right there for Adisa Di Rosario. He is our man of the match for our entire MLS Next Pro Next broadcast crew. I'm Josh Toll. Once again, our final score is Toronto 2, Inter Miami 0. Don't forget you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLS Season Pass on Apple TV and MLSNextPro.com. Thank you and good night.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.